Chris, how are you? Please let me know if you have any specific requests for yoga today. I'm gonna grab some water. My voice might be a little scratchy today, but I can still do yoga. How are y'all feeling? Let me know if there's anything particular you want to work on. You've been on a yoga hiatus. Yeah, well, the yoga hiatus ends today. Hello, Samira. How are you? Let me know if there's anything particular you want to work on. Going once for special requests, going twice, 3 times. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started then. So for today's class, make your way to a child's pose. Oh, someone said core. Yeah, we can get into some core today for sure. I'm sure you mean core strength. So we'll definitely work in some core strength. So go ahead and bring the big toes together, knees wide, sink your hips on your heels, reach your hands out in front of you, and relax your forehead on the mat. So just take a moment to settle in to your variation of child's pose. Doesn't have to be super intense at first. It can be gentle. And as you settle into your child's pose variation, close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breath. Notice how your breath feels naturally today. Just observing the quality of your inhale and noticing the quality of your exhale. Notice if your breath is fast or slow, shallow or deep, smooth or choppy. Notice if your breath feels constricted at all. Just simply observe the natural cadence, the natural rhythm of your breath, noticing how it feels on your inhale and your exhale. And after observing the breath, take a moment, check in with your body. Notice how you're feeling physically today. Scanning from your head to your toes. And after checking in with the body, take a moment, check in with the mind and with the heart. Silently acknowledge and accept how you're feeling mentally and emotionally today. Let go of any notion of how you think that you should feel or how you would like to feel. Give yourself permission to accept and honor how you do feel in the mind and in the heart. Maybe ask yourself, is your mind clear? Is your mind cluttered? Are you focused? Are you scatterbrained? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you calm? Are you restless? Just simply observing how you're feeling in the mind and in the heart. And after checking in with the breath, the body, the mind, the heart, take a moment and just press your palms together and just honor yourself for showing up to this practice today, to refine your body, mind, and spirit for your sake and for all the lives that you influence. And when you're ready, I invite you to join me for 3 deep cleansing breaths. Take a deep inhale, fill up the belly first, followed by the ribs, then the chest. Pause, hold your breath at the top. Then open the mouth, slowly exhale, releasing all physical stress. Second time, take a deeper breath in. Expand more through the belly, more through the ribs, the chest. Pause, hold your breath. Then open the mouth, slowly exhale. Think of releasing any emotional stress. Next time, take a deeper breath in. Expand more through the belly, more through the ribs and chest. Pause, hold your breath. See if you can sniff in a little more air at the top. Then open the mouth, slowly exhale, releasing any mental stress, releasing any distracting thoughts. And when you're ready, seal the lips and gently constrict the throat. Take a deep inhale through the nose and a long breath out through the nose. A deeper inhale through the nose and a longer, slower exhale through the nose. And continue to deepen and lengthen your breath. Just practice bringing all your attention, all your awareness to your breath. Take a moment here and just notice if bringing all your awareness and all your attention to your breath might be a challenging part of your practice. Before we connect our breath to movement, if you'd like to set a personal intention for your practice, maybe just think of a state of being that you would like to cultivate. Maybe it's physical, mental, emotional, or a combination. Here's a quote for inspiration. This is how you create your own artful aliveness. Everything is a blank page, a new gorgeous beginning, an opportunity, a flawlessly timed lesson. There is always possibility in both great pain and exquisite pleasure. So every time we step on our mats, that's an opportunity to create your own artful aliveness. So maybe take a moment, think about what this quote might mean to you today. Maybe set an affirmation that is personal to you. And for the next 3 breaths, silently recite a personal mantra, an affirmation that's meaningful to you, 3 times for 3 very deep breaths. And after your 3rd breath, your 3rd mantra, take a deep breath in and exhale, press yourself up to tabletop. So now we'll start connecting our breath to movement. We'll warm up with just some cat-cows. Inhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back and down, lift the head and gaze up to cow. Then untuck the toes, round the spine, press the mat away, and draw your chin to your chest, cat pose. And we'll practice several more. Inhale, arch the spine, gaze upward to cow. And exhale, round the spine, press up to cat. Keep moving and breathing like this, finding your own pace, your own rhythm. Syncing your breath to your movement. Releasing tension in the shoulders, releasing tension in the neck. And maybe keeping your eyes closed as much as you can. Gentle reminder to focus more on listening to my verbal guidance. Only look at me if something I'm saying is unclear. That will help you calm your nervous system with your eyes closed. And that will also help you focus your mind, clear your mind, and making sure your head is in proper alignment. So you don't want to be turning your head all the time throughout practice. Close your eyes as much as you can. Focus more on listening. Take a few more rounds of cat-cow, tuning into the subtle sensations of your body. Find a neutral tabletop. Take a deep breath in, lengthen the right leg back behind you, pressing into the ball of your right foot, pressing your fingertips down and forward. So you should feel a stretch in the hamstring here. Deep breath in, long breath out. Then inhale, float the right leg up, and exhale, tap the right toes towards the left side of the mat and look at your right foot. So you should feel a stretch in the right hip, and you're also stretching the neck here, gazing at the right foot. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Then inhale, float the right foot. Exhale, tap your right toes to the right side of the mat. Look at your right foot. Deep breath in, long breath out. So now we're going to flow between those little shapes, just making kind of a rainbow with your right foot. Inhale, float the right leg up, making an arch like a rainbow. And exhale, tap the right toes to the left and look at the right toes. Inhale, float the right foot up. And exhale, tap the right toes to the right, look at the right toes. And practice a few more rounds just like this. Opening through the hips. Moving to the rhythm of your breath. Take a few more rounds. And the next time you lower your right toes to the right, see if you can walk your right foot forward as much as you can, pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. And now we're going to thread the needle here. So inhale, swoop the right arm high to the ceiling, open the front of the chest. Then exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left shoulder. Inhale, right arm reaches high, open the chest. And exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left shoulder. Inhale, right arm reaches high. And exhale, thread the needle. Now, relaxing your right shoulder and right ear on the mat as much as you can. Maybe walk your left fingertips forward. Opening through the upper back, opening through the shoulders. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. One more. Deep inhale. And exhale, push your left palm into the mat. Inhale, right arm reaches high. And exhale, lower the right hand underneath the right shoulder. So now we're just going to play with lifting and lowering the forearms. So take a deep breath in, lower the forearms to tap the mat. Then exhale, push your palms into the mat to lift the forearms. The right leg still extended to the right. We'll do a few more rounds. Inhale, lower the forearms. And exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now this time, inhale, lower the forearms just an inch above the mat. We're going to do 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take a deep breath in, lift the torso up. Head over heart, heart over hips. The right leg still extended to the right. Big breath in, and exhale. Take your right fingertips toward your right shin. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Side body stretch. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, lower the left fingertips underneath the left shoulder. Reach the right arm up overhead. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale back to center. And exhale, tick-tock, stretch to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale, tick-tock, stretch to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, tick-tock, stretch to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, tick-tock, stretch to the left. Now hold this one. See if you can float your right foot off the mat. So you're creating a straight line of energy from your right foot to your right hand. 10 pulses with the foot and the hand. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take a deep breath in. Then exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, lengthen through the side body. And exhale, knee to elbow. A couple more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. This time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, lower the right foot, rise back up. Now take a deep breath in. And exhale, bow forward. Now see if you can hover. So your torso should be a straight line parallel to the mat. We're going to do 5 pulses here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant your palms down. Bring your right foot in to meet the left. Inhale to cat pose. And exhale, hold your cat pose here. So really pressing down with your fingertips and knuckles, drawing the chin inward, just breathing into the upper back. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. And exhale back to tabletop. So now we're going to explore that same sequence on the other side. So take a deep breath in, extend your left leg back behind you. So you're pressing into the ball of your left foot, pressing your fingertips down and forward. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Then inhale, float the left foot, and exhale, tap the left toes to the right side of the mat. Look at your left foot. So you should feel a stretch in the hip and the neck. Then inhale, float the left foot up like an arch, making a rainbow. And exhale, tap your left toes to the left side of the mat, looking at your left foot. Deep breath in, long breath out. So now we're gonna flow. Inhale, float the left foot high, and exhale, tap the left toes to the side. Inhale, float the left foot high, making a little rainbow, and exhale, tap the left toes to the side. Practice a few more rounds like this. Just tapping the toes, looking at the left foot. As you make that little arch, finding your own pace, your own rhythm, connecting your breath to your movement. And the next time you lower your left foot to the left, hold it there. Take a deep breath in. Reach your left arm high to the ceiling, opening through the chest and shoulder. Then exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right shoulder. 2 more. Inhale, open the chest, gaze up. And exhale, thread the needle. Again, inhale, open the chest, gaze up. And exhale, thread the needle. Hold here. Opening through the upper back, opening through the hamstring, and maybe walk your right fingertips forward. Really breathing into the upper back, breathing into the shoulders, opening the left leg. Deep breath in, long breath out. Deep breath in, slower breath out. 1 more deep inhale, and exhale, press the right palm into the mat, swoop the left arm high, and exhale, lower the left hand underneath the right. So now we're just going to play with lowering the forearms down and then lifting them. So inhale, come down on the forearms, and then exhale, push your hands into the mat, lift the forearms up. Inhale, lower the forearms, and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. This time, inhale, lower, exhale, 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now inhale, lift the head over heart, heart over hips, reach your hands up. And exhale, lower the left fingertips down the left leg. Right arm reaches up and overhead, eyes on the ceiling. So nice side body stretch. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale, back to center, and exhale, plant your right palm underneath the right shoulder. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Deep breath in, long breath out. Now we're going to flow between these shapes. Inhale, center, and exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, center, and exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale, tick-tock to the left. Inhale, center, exhale, hold here. So the right hand should be directly underneath the right shoulder. Float the left leg up. So your left foot and your left hand should be in one line. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now inhale, really stretch through the left leg and the left arm. Exhale, draw the left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, lengthen and stretch. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen and stretch. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen and stretch. Exhale, knee to elbow. This time, inhale, lengthen and stretch. Exhale, lower the left foot down and rise back up. Head over heart, heart over hips. Now take a deep breath in, lift up tall, and exhale, just lean forward, hinging at the hips. See if you can get your body parallel to the mat. 5 pulses, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, plant your palms, and exhale, slide the left leg in. Make your way back to a child's pose. So bring your big toes together, knees wide. Sink your hips on your heels, reach your hands forward, and just relax here. So really breathing into the upper back, breathing into the hips, should feel good. Deep breaths in, and long breaths out. On your next inhale, walk your hands to the right side of the mat, left palm over right, soften, relax. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale, walk your hands to the left side of the mat, and exhale, right palm stacks over left. Soften, relax, take a deep breath in, a long breath out. Inhale, walk your hands back overhead, and exhale, bring your palms together. Bend your elbows, take your fingertips to your shoulders, and just give your shoulders a little massage. Deep breath in, long breath out. Maybe massage your neck as well. Take a couple more breaths here. Just noticing anywhere in the body that might be clinging or holding onto tension. And think of sending your breath to any tense spaces, letting go. And on your next inhale, plant your palms in front of you, and exhale, press yourself back up to tabletop. Now take a big breath in, tuck the toes, and exhale, lift the hips, lower the heels, downward dog. Pressing the fingertips down and forward, like you're trying to press the front edge of the mat away from you. Inner arches of the elbows rotate forward, press the shoulders away from the ears, knit in the ribs, gaze at the belly, pressing the heels down and out towards the earth. Then take a deep breath in, float the right leg up, and exhale, we're gonna make that little rainbow again. So tap your right toes outside the left side of the mat. Then inhale, float the right leg up, making a little rainbow, like you're tracing a rainbow in the air. And exhale, tap your right toes towards the right side of the mat. And we'll do a few more. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, tap the right toes to the left. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, tap the right toes to the right. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, tap the right toes to the left. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, tap the right toes to the right. Now take a deep breath in, float the right leg up, and then exhale, draw your right knee toward your nose. Hold it here, pressing the mat away from you, doming the upper back, shoulders over wrists, hugging everything in tight. Take a deep inhale, a long exhale. Deep breath in, and exhale, step your right foot outside your right hand. Now take a deep breath in, exhale, shift your weight toward your right foot. Reach your right arm up overhead. Now maybe rotate your right toes out so it's parallel to the short edge of the mat. The left shoulder should be directly underneath, or the left wrist should be directly underneath the left shoulder. So we're going to try kicking the left knee towards the chest. So take a deep breath in, exhale, shift your weight to your right foot, draw the left knee to the chest. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, step it back. And exhale, plant the right palm. Step the right foot back to the left to plank. Hips line with shoulders, shoulders over wrists. Deep breath in. And exhale, use the core. Lift your hips back to downward dog. So now we're going to play with that same sequence on the opposite side. So inhale, left leg lifts high, three-legged dog. And exhale, tap your left toes to the right side of the mat. Inhale, float the left leg high. Exhale, tap the left toes to the left side of the mat. Inhale, float the left leg. Exhale, tap the toes to the right. Inhale, float the left leg. Exhale, tap the left toes to the left. Inhale, float the left leg. Exhale, tap the toes to the right. Inhale, float the left leg. Exhale, draw your left knee towards your nose. Hold here. Doming the upper back. Pressing the mat away. Hugging everything in tight. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, step your left foot outside the left hand, lizard lunge. Now take a deep inhale. Exhale, bring your awareness to your left foot. Maybe rotate the left toes out so the left foot is more in line with the short edge of the mat. Reach your left arm up overhead. So the right wrist should be directly underneath the right shoulder, gripping the mat with all the right fingertips and knuckles. We're going to play with drawing the right knee to the chest and back, just like we did on the other side. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, shift your weight to your left foot. Draw the right knee to the chest. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, right knee to chest. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, step it back. And exhale, plant the left palm underneath the left shoulder. Step back to plank. Shoulders over wrists. Hips in line with shoulders. Big breath in. And exhale, lift the hips, lower the heels, downward dog. Now take a deep inhale. Exhale, shift your weight more to your left fingertips and swoop your right arm up and back behind you. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. And exhale, bring your right palm back where it was. Other side, deep inhale. Exhale, shift more weight to your right palm and swoop your left arm up and back. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale, back to downward dog. Now inhale, lift the heels, undulate forward to plank. And exhale, lift the hips, lower the heels, down dog. Inhale, round the spine to plank. Exhale, down dog. One more like that. Inhale, undulate forward to plank. Exhale, down dog. Now inhale, look between your thumbs, and exhale, tiptoe your feet towards your hands until you arrive at a forward fold. Keeping a micro bend of the knees. Make sure your feet are straight. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold. Two more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Now flip your palms. Press the tops of the hands into the mat so you're stretching the front of the wrist. Should feel good. Bend your knees as much as you need to touch your chest to your thighs. Option to stay here or slide your hands underneath your feet so the toes massage the inside of the wrists, driving the elbows outward. Maybe shake your head yes, shake your head no. And as you breathe into this full body stretch, notice the thoughts in your mind. If your mind is trying to cling to any worries of the past, worries of the future, see if you can let those thoughts go for now. Allow your breath to ground you here in the present moment. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Gently release your hands, bend the knees, slowly curl up the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Slowly stacking your head over your heart, heart over hips. Making our way to mountain pose. So make sure the feet are about 2 fists apart. And make sure your feet are straight, making an 11, toes spread wide. Practice rooting down through the heels, lifting the kneecaps. Practice driving the tailbone down to the earth, creating length and space in the spine. And practice scooping the lower belly in and up on your exhales. Roll your shoulders back and down, reach down through the fingertips. Draw the chin inward, lift through the crown of the head. Feel this alignment, breathe. And now we'll practice some variations of Sun Series B. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, reach the hands up, chair pose. And exhale, straighten the legs, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or float to plank. Lower the knees, the chest, then the chin. Hips stay raised at first. And then inhale, untuck the toes, open the chest to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, press up to plank, lift the hips, lower the heels, down dog. Inhale, look between your thumbs, bend your knees, step or float to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back to chair. And exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. Option 2, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float to plank. Remember, if you're floating, you're lightly floating, so try to land lightly. Elbows stay soft. Now you can lower knees, chest, chin, or keep the knees lifted, lower to chaturanga. So drawing the elbows into the ribs, lower the body halfway down. Want shoulders line with elbows. Inhale, open the chest to cobra. Or up dog with straighter arms, lifting through the crown, gripping the mat with the fingers and knuckles. Maybe try floating the knees. Big breath in. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Inhale, look between your thumbs, bend your knees, step or lightly float to halfway lift. Lightly floating, land softly. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. Inhale, back to chair pose. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms, step or float back to plank, or float all the way back to chaturanga. So, elbows over wrists, shoulders line with elbows. Then maybe do some extra push-ups this time. So your knees can be lowered or lifted in your push-ups. Just try a few if you can, moving with your breath. Then on your next inhale, open the chest to cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, look between the thumbs, bend the knees, step or float, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. And exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. Practice 3 more rounds of Sun Series B, whichever option feels best in your body. Try to connect 1 breath per movement. 3 more rounds of Sun B. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Vinyasa. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. And exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. Take a moment, close the eyes for the next few breaths. Just notice how you're feeling outward in the body. Observe how you're feeling inward in the mind. If your mind has wandered, bring your awareness back to your breath, back to your personal mantra, the intention you set for yourself. Now we'll do a couple more rounds of Sun Series B, adding on some poses. Inhale, back to chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, go through your own variation of vinyasa. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, float the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your right knee to your nose. Hold here. Pressing the mat away from you. Hugging everything in tight. Shoulders over wrist. Dome in the upper back. Now take a deep inhale. Exhale, step your right foot outside your right hand. Back to that lizard lunge. Rotate your right toes out so your right foot's more parallel to the short edge of the mat. And inhale, right arm reaches high. So option one is to do what we did before, drawing the knee into the chest. Option two is to kick that left leg straight. So take a deep inhale. Exhale, shift your weight to your right foot. Draw the left knee to the chest, then maybe straighten that left leg. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, kick it forward. 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 This time, inhale, step it back. Exhale, kick it forward. Grab your left toes. Take a big breath in. And exhale, sink your hips. So you should have your left foot in your left hand. Interlace your fingers behind the back of the left heel, drawing the left foot towards the face. So you should really stretch the hamstring. Inhale, draw the left foot to the face, and exhale, lower the left foot an inch above the mat. Inhale, draw the left foot to the face, and exhale, lower the left foot down. Inhale, draw the left foot to the face. Exhale, lower it an inch above the mat. Inhale, draw the left foot above the face. And exhale, lower the left foot all the way down. Cross your right foot over the left thigh. We're going to twist. Inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, twist to the right. So hooking the left elbow outside the right thigh. Gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, lift up taller. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, lift up taller. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, uncross the legs. Then exhale, draw both knees to your chest. Holding boat pose. Inhale, lower the right heel an inch above the mat. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lower the left heel an inch above the mat. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lower the right heel. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lower the left heel. Exhale, bring it back. Now take a deep breath in. And exhale, swing your legs to the right. plant your palms underneath the shoulders and twist to a plank. Shoulders on top of wrists, hips line with shoulders. Big breath in, and exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep inhale. A long exhale. Same sequence, opposite side. Inhale, left leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your left knee to your nose. Hover here. Shoulders over wrists. Pressing the mat away from you. Doming the upper back. Hugging everything in tight. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, step your left foot outside the left hand. Rotate the left toes so the left foot's more in line with the short edge of the mat. Inhale, left arm reaches high. Now, we can do what we did that first time at the beginning of class, right knee to chest, or try to kick the right foot. So deep breath in, exhale, shift your weight to your left foot, draw the right knee to the chest, then kick the right foot forward. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, kick it 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 forward. Grab your toes. Lower the hips. Interlace your fingers behind that right ankle. Inhale, draw the right foot closer to the face. Exhale, lower the right foot an inch above the floor. Inhale, draw the foot to the face. Exhale, lower it an inch above the floor. Inhale, draw the foot to the face. Exhale, lower it an inch. This time, inhale, draw the right foot to the face. Exhale, slowly lower the right heel all the way down. Cross your left leg, left foot over right thigh. Inhale, lift up tall, and exhale, twist to the left. So taking the right elbow on the outside of the left thigh, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, lift up taller. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, lift up taller. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, draw both knees towards your chest. Variation of boat pose. Inhale, lower the left heel an inch above the mat. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lower the right heel an inch above the mat. Exhale, bring it back. A few more. Inhale, left heel lowers. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, right heel lowers. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, left heel lowers. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, right heel lowers. Exhale, knee to chest. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, swoop your legs back. Plant your palms. Step to plank. Shoulders over wrists. Hips line with shoulders. Big breath in. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, look between the thumbs, step or lightly float to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. And exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. And I invite you to close your eyes for the next few breaths. Just take a moment, take inventory. Notice how your breath feels, how your body feels. Notice the thoughts in your mind. Let go of any distracting thoughts that may not be serving you well, such as thoughts of judgment or inner criticism. Let go of expectation. Bring your awareness back to your personal mantra, your intention. Then take a deep breath in. Open the eyes. Exhale, find a still point in front of you to gaze at. That's your drishti. Take a big breath in and exhale. Shift your weight to your right foot. Draw your left heel to your hip and zip up the thighs. Inhale, left arm reaches up and overhead. And exhale, circle the left hand back and down. Grab the inside of the left foot. Inhale, right arm reaches high. Exhale, maybe just stay here, challenging your balance, stretching the quad, or practice dancer pose. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, press the left foot into the left hand, lifting it higher and higher. Maybe stay here, or take a big breath in. Exhale, bow forward, drawing your forehead towards your right shin, keeping a micro bend in the right knee. This is optional. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale, rise back to dancer pose, and then exhale, draw your left knee toward your chest. Straighten the left leg forward. Big breath in, and then exhale, tap the left toes. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee, tap the left toes behind you. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend and tap the left toes. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Now hold here or go back to dancer. Big breath in and exhale. Launching forward, pressing the left foot into the left hand. Maybe try bowing forward today. Drawing the forehead to the shin. Make sure that right knee is not locked. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back to mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Same sequence, other side. Big inhale and exhale. Shift your weight to your left foot. Bend the right knee, draw the right heel to the hip. Inhale, swoop the right arm up overhead. And exhale, take the right hand on the inside of the right foot. Inhale, left arm reaches high. Exhale, maybe stay here or practice dancer pose. Pressing the right foot into the right hand, lifting it higher and higher. Steady your gaze, steady your breath. Maybe stay here, or if you want to try the bow, find a new drishti to gaze at. Bowing forward, forehead to shin, lowering the left fingertips, keeping a micro bend in that left knee. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale, rise back up, and then exhale, draw your right knee towards your chest. Inhale, straighten the right leg forward, and then exhale, bend it back to a dancer, tapping the right toes behind you. A few more. Inhale, straighten the right leg forward. Exhale, tap the right toes behind you. Inhale, straighten the right leg forward. Exhale, tap the right toes. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tap the right toes. Make your way back to dancer, or maybe try the bow. Steady your gaze, steady your breath. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, rise back up. And exhale, mountain pose. Toe heel the feet about mat width apart. Heels in, toes out. Inhale, swoop the hands out and up. And exhale, bend the knees, sink your hips, making your way to Malasana. Pressing the elbows into the thighs, thighs into elbows. Close the eyes. And for the next 3 breaths, silently recite a personal mantra that's meaningful to you today. 3 times for 3 breaths. And on your next exhale, lower your hips, straighten your legs. Inhale, swoop the hands out and up. And exhale, bring the back of your left hand to your low back. Bend your right elbow. Reach your fingertips towards each other to touch. Pressing the back of the head into the top arm. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, cross the right ankle over the left. Inhale, uncross. Exhale, cross. Inhale, uncross. Exhale, cross. One more. Inhale, uncross. Exhale, cross. Now inhale, lift up tall. And exhale, bow, forehead to shin. So the right ankle should still be crossed over the left. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. And exhale, rise, switch sides. Inhale, left arm reaches high. Exhale, bring the back of the right hand to the low back. Reach for your fingers. Just do the best you can. Inhale, float the left foot up. Exhale, cross the ankle. Inhale, uncross. Exhale, cross. Inhale, uncross. Exhale, cross. Inhale, uncross. Exhale, cross. Inhale, lift up tall, and exhale, bow forward, forehead to shin. Breathe in deep through the nose. Long breath out through the mouth. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Deep inhale. And exhale, gently release. Inhale, reach your hands forward. And exhale, slowly curl the spine all the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, draw your right knee toward your chest. And then exhale, use the help of your left hand. Cross the right knee over to the left side of the body. Reaching the right arm to the right. Gaze at the right fingertip. Supine twist. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. And exhale, release, switch sides. Inhale, left knee to chest, right leg long. And exhale, use the help of your right hand. Draw the left knee to the right side of the body. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. And exhale, release. Making our way to bridge pose. Slide your heels towards your hips. Plant your palms on either side of the hips. Keeping the head straight, the chin lifted. Inhale, lift the hips, opening the chest. Maybe interlace the fingers behind you. Maybe lift up the heels. And as you breathe into this heart opening pose, maybe think of specific qualities you want to invite into your heart space. Maybe qualities like compassion, love for others, for yourself. Deep inhales, longer exhales. On your next exhale, whenever you're ready, slowly lower the hips down. Then take a deep inhale, draw both knees towards your chest, and exhale, happy baby. Grab the outer edges of the feet, stretch the legs, stretch the hips. And maybe play with straightening one leg, straightening the other. Maybe straighten both. Take the next few breaths to tune into your body. Any movements your body is telling you it needs. Honor that now for the next few breaths. And when you're ready, I invite you to bring the soles of the feet together. Lower your feet beneath your hips, widen the knees. Grab the inner arches of the elbows up overhead. Close the eyes. Deep breath in. Longer breath out. Allow your breath to grow longer and deeper. Allow your breath to self-soothe and self-heal. Send yourself gratitude for your practice, for showing up, working hard, maybe trying something new, maybe pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, prioritizing self-care and growth for your sake and for others. Maybe bring your awareness back to your personal mantra now. This is how you create your own artful aliveness. Everything is a blank page, a new gorgeous beginning, an opportunity, a flawlessly timed lesson. There is always possibility in both great pain and exquisite pleasure. Create your own artful aliveness. Whenever you feel ready, gently extend the legs long. Allow the toes to rotate outward. Allow the hands to rest on either side of the hips. Open the palms. Close the eyes. Give yourself permission to fully relax in Shavasana. Allow the body and the mind to absorb, integrate, and heal from your practice. And I'll be silent for the next minute as we invite healing in Shavasana. Whenever you feel ready, gently bring your awareness back to your breath and back to your body. Maybe gently circle your wrists, circle your ankles, maybe rock your head. If it feels good, on an inhale, do a full body stretch. And as you exhale, gently roll to one side of your body, keeping your eyes closed, your awareness inward. Take your time as you gently press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Just taking a moment to notice the quality of your breath now. Notice if your breath feels different from when we started. Notice if your body feels different. Take a moment, observe any subtle shifts in your mood, your mind, your energy. Perhaps reflect on your intention. I'll do 3 cleansing breaths, and the third time I'll chant Om to seal our practice with peace. I hope you join. Inhale, fill up the belly, the ribs, the chest. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale, fill up all the way. Nice long cleansing exhale. Inhale for Om. Bring your hands to your heart for kind and loving actions. Bring your thumbs to your mouth for kind and loving words. And bring your thumbs to your forehead, your third eye, for kind and loving thoughts towards others and ourselves. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for moving and breathing with me today. I hope you feel challenged, worked out, stretched out, calm, and centered. Please let me know if you have any questions about anything we did. If you have any specific requests for our next session, please let me know that too. You're welcome to reach out to me anytime. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm sorry my voice was kind of scratchy today. I was a little out of it. I'm not feeling 100%, so sorry about that. I'm sure I'll feel 100% Thursday. But thank you for joining, Samira and Bryce and everyone.
Recording.
Yes. Yes, thank you for asking. Zan Green too. I basically just did the auto configuration. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but my friend who's also on Twitch, you guys might know him, It's Res, he was like, why don't you just try the auto configuration? And I did that, and it worked. So it should be working. You guys tell me, though, were you able to see and hear me okay during the practice? So now's the time to be a little more interactive. So now that the yoga session is over, I'll be a little more interactive with you guys. I'm here for just chatting. I'm here to address any questions you have. If you want any further assistance, if you want any more demonstration. Hi, John. Happy to see you in the chat. Thank you for asking, Zan Green. Internet issues should be fixed. Let's see, I'm catching up with the chat now. How long until Sinpei? Sinpei? I don't know what Sinpei is. I love yogis, child pose, balasana, stretches, hip, thigh, ankle vocabulary. Yeah, child's pose is always a great pose to start out with. That's why I like starting out with that pose, because child's pose just releases tensions in the hips and the shoulders right away. Child's pose is a great way to open the low back, and child's pose can also help you feel grounded and centered and connected to your body, connected to the present moment. It's good for stress relief. So I like opening with child's pose. So I'm glad you appreciate that, John. Hi, Kimmy Chi-Chi. You're at work? Well, thank you for saying hi, Kimmy Chi-Chi. And Mopar, so good to see you. Oh, so Kimmy, John recommended you to my channel. Thank you, John, for recommending Kimmy. It's funny, Kimmy, that your name's Kimmy. My growing up, everybody used to call me Kimmy when I was little. Some people still call me Kimmy, but most of the time people call me Kim. So I'm sorry to hear that you have back pain. Some of what we did today should have helped. I hope you didn't push yourself too hard. For these Twitch sessions, I teach a lot of active, dynamic Vinyasa yoga. In my private sessions, I will customize sequences specifically for relieving back pain. So if you're interested in anything like that, let me know. But some of what we did today should help release back pain for sure. How's everyone feeling? How's everyone feeling that was following along? Were you guys able to follow along okay? PD says, wonderful inspiration to practice today. Lots of toe tappy. Yeah, we did a lot of toe tapping and toe touching. Yeah, lizard pose is great for opening the hips and hamstrings. And doing the knee to chest and the toe tapping in the lizard lunge really, really works the core, really builds strength in the whole body. So this stuff that we did today is really good for building up strength in the core and also building strength in the psoas. So for those of you who might spend a lot of time sitting, that exercise that we did a lot of today is really good for those of us who sit a lot because it strengthens and lengthens the psoas. Our hips can get really tight, and sitting is actually an unhealthy position. So yeah, what we did today is really good for the body in many different ways. But I'm glad you like the toe tappy and the touchy PD. Does anyone have any questions? Anybody want any further guidance on anything? A lot of times I start the practice at 12 to 1, and I don't really look at the screen much until after the hour is over. And now it's time to ask questions and ask for any additional guidance. Yes, sitting in a chair is actually an unhealthy position. Our bodies aren't actually, it's not actually good for us to sit in chairs. Now, I tend to sit in a healthier position, which modern society might find weird, but it's actually healthier, the position that I'm sitting in this chair that I'm about to sit in, because my knees are really wide and I'm opening the hips. But sitting still, our bodies are meant to move. So sitting in a chair for a while, especially at a desk, you're not moving your hips at all. So that's how your hips get stiff. And when your hips get stiff, it can affect all kinds of other things. Does that make sense? But our bodies are meant to move. As human beings, our bodies are meant to move. Movement is medicine. Movement is good for us. We're not meant to just be still and sedentary. Somebody told me recently that sitting is sort of like the new smoking, because sitting still in a chair, especially at a desk, for hours and hours at a time can cause all kinds of health issues. So that's why if you have a desk job, it's good to get up and move around, take breaks, go to the bathroom, stretch. So it's actually healthier to not sit in a chair. So I'm sitting in a stool, but I have my knees really wide. So my hips are open. But sitting in Sukhasana, like we do in yoga, is a healthier position to sit in. So this is a healthier position to sit in, because you're at least opening the hips and the psoas, which is good for us. Sitting might feel comfortable at first. And again, sitting in a chair for small periods of a time is not going to hurt you. Don't get me wrong. It's just those of us who spend 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day doing nothing but sitting in a chair, that's when it can be harmful. So as long as you're getting breaks and getting movement in, moving the hips, moving the body, stretching the back. But thank you so much, John, for recommending Kimmy Chichi. Kimmy, are you still there? I love your name. Sorry, my voice is a little scratchy. I woke up today not feeling 100%, so I apologize, but I didn't want to cancel since last week we didn't do our typical stream because of technical issues, which I feel dumb about because I could have just done the auto configuration and redone everything. Oh, the poster behind me? Someone I hold near and dear to my heart gave me this poster. It says, "What you are is what you have been. What you will be is what you do now." What you are is what you have been. What you'll be is what you do now. So I like that quote because it's a reminder that yes, the past is something that can inform the present, but it's up to us to make clear choices in the present in order to change the future and create the life we want to live. So we always have this ability to change and to transform, and it's up to us to make the choices we want to live the lives we want to live. So that's why I like that quote. Yeah, if you sit with your knees really wide, and so you're at least stretching the psoas. The psoas is a particular group of muscles here where the hip flexor and the hip creases are. When you stretch that area and work on strengthening that area, it causes all kinds of excuse me, I can't talk today, I'm sorry. Yeah, so if you're going to be sitting, try to get some movement in while you're sitting. Even if you're just kind of like swaying your knees side to side or rotating the knees like in and out, at least you're getting some movement. Sukhasana is the healthiest sitting position to sit in. Is that correct, teacher? I would say so. Yeah, I would say it's the healthiest position. Well, if you're doing it correctly, too. You want to make sure you're doing it correctly. Yeah, so I'm sitting in a stool. You can't see my lower body, but I'm sitting in a stool with my legs really wide, and then I'm constantly like rotating my knees in and out. So I'm getting some movement in the hip flexors while I'm sitting. So I'm sort of like sitting in a malasana position. Remember malasana? So that's kind of the position that I sit in. This this position here. That's sort of like the position I'm sitting in. I just have a stool underneath me. That's also a really healthy position to garden in, because it doesn't put strain in the back and it opens the hips, which is good for us. You're going to put your booty band between your thighs while you sit. Well, that's good. That's a good idea. Yeah, the Asian squat sitting position. That's true. That's a healthy position. Well, it's so nice to be back. I missed you guys last week. PD and Mopar, thanks for chatting with me on the Discord. And John, I know you came last week. Sorry, I had those weird technical issues, but everyone was able to see everything okay, and the video quality was okay today. So you guys fill me in. How's everything going in your world outside of Twitch? We haven't chatted in a minute, so all was perfect. Thank you, John. Oh no, Mopar, you were very helpful. You are very helpful, Mopar. You always have helpful things to say, Mopar. That's right. I don't. I'm an actor. I did not major in computer science or technology stuff. I do not. I do not know anything about technology. I mean, I know like very very basic. I know how to turn a computer on. I know how to type on a keyboard. But I can always read and follow instructions. So that's how I learn things. Is I'll use YouTube, Google things, and then I will listen and follow instructions. That's one thing I can do, is read and follow steps. So I can learn, but I don't know much about technology, like, other than very basic stuff. But I'm learning more and more about Twitch as I go. I forgot Twitch had this auto configuration thing on OBS. So my friend Russ was like, just click on the auto configuration and follow the prompts, and that'll probably fix your issues and get it to working like it was working before. And I felt like a dum-dum when he told me that. And I was like, oh yeah. Because when I first set up my OBS, I did this auto configuration thing. But I'm glad we figured it out. Health-wise, I will work on the first sequence. It was enjoyable, tough, and it made me sweat today. My poses look nothing like yours. Yeah, well, that's okay. Your poses will not look just like mine, and your poses won't look like anyone else's. The idea is just that you're doing the best you can, following my guidance as best as you can, but also kind of listening to your body. So feeling mild discomfort and feeling like there's some work happening, feeling a challenge is good. You want to challenge your body because that is what promotes growth. But you never want to feel pain. So pushing just past your comfort zone is good. But pushing to the point of pain, no. So you want to find your own threshold, your own subtle edge of resistance. And everyone's edge in yoga is different. So your edge is going to be different than mine and everyone else's. Your pose is going to look a little different than everyone else's. My movement is getting better. I still go to the chiro. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that your pain is almost not there. I'm so happy to hear that. That's wonderful. So happy about that. I was learning OBS as I tried to help you on problems. Been really long on Twitch, but not streaming. No, I totally understand, Mopar. You were very helpful. You gave me a lot of great suggestions. And you were right, the bit rate, you actually like hit the nail on the bud when you said it was the bit rate issue. I just didn't know what bit rate to bring it to. So when I did the auto configuration, it basically like automates it. So I think now my bit rate is like 900. So what I should have been doing is lowering it even more. So you are on the right track, Mopar. You are definitely on the right track. So you really helped a lot, Mopar. But yay, John, I'm so happy to hear that your pain is almost gone. That makes me so happy. Will you explain the first sequence again? It started with chair, fold, halfway lift. Okay, yeah, so the first sequence is a basic Sun Series B. And there's different variations of that sequence, but I'll show it to you again. So basic Sun Series B, you always start with chair pose. You're moving with your breath. So you start in mountain pose. Now remember, mountain pose, feet are about 2 fists apart, rooting through the heels. Your tailbone is slightly tucked. And on each exhale, you're scooping the navel in and up, relaxing the shoulders back and down, reaching down through the fingers, and then lifting through the crown. Now you inhale as you bend your knees, sink your hips back to chair pose. You exhale as you forward fold. You inhale to halfway lift. So in halfway lift, you're looking down, so you're lengthening through the crown of the head, and you're actively pressing your fingertips to your shins. So you're lengthening your spine. So the back should be flat here. Then you exhale as you fold, then you bend your knees, you plant your palms directly under your shoulders. Now this is when you can have options. So option 1 is to just step back to plank. Option 2 is to lightly float, and you can lower knees, chest, chin, or you can lower to chaturanga, keeping the knees lifted. But either way, the elbows draw into the ribs, and then on your inhale, you open to your back bend. So you always have the option of cobra like this, with a subtle back bend, pulling your chest forward and up, lifting through the crown of the head. Or a deeper back bend, straightening the arms, shoulders back and down, tops of the feet press into the mat, and you're always gripping the mat with the fingers and knuckles to help take pressure off the wrist. Then on your exhale, you tuck your toes, and you're using your core. So option 1 is to press up to tabletop like this, or option 2 is to press up to assisted plank like this. Option 3 is to press all the way up to plank, then lift your hips and lower your heels, downward dog. So lots of options. Then on your next inhale, you're looking between your thumbs, bending your knees, stepping or lightly hopping to halfway lift. Exhale as you fold, inhale chair, and exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. So that's called Sun Series B. If you go on my YouTube channel, I have a whole tutorial just about Sun Series B. I can share the link with you if you want. And it breaks down all the moves step by step. So if you click on that link, there's a video tutorial called Sun Series B and Sun Series A, and it breaks that down step by step, little by little, showing all the different variations of Sun Series B. Now, you can also add warrior poses. You can add a warrior 1, you can add a warrior 2, or you can add other stuff. So I like to start a lot of my Vinyasa sequences with just a basic Sun Series B without adding warrior poses at first, and then getting into the warrior poses. So yeah, if you click that link, John, you can find the tutorial that's for Sun Series B that I made. Yep, that is Sun Salutation A. So the link that you just shared is Sun Salutation A. Sun Salutation B is in the description of that video. You'll see if you scroll down, and it says, once you feel comfortable with Sun Series A, try progressing to Sun Series B here. And like usual, it won't let me copy and paste in chat. Otherwise, I would copy and paste that link for you. But it doesn't let me do that in this chat for whatever reason. I don't know. But that is the link. Yep. Yep, you got it. That's the Sun Series B link. So if you click on that, that will break down that basic Sun Series B. And I think I add Warrior 1, because most people tend to add Warrior 1 eventually in Sun Series B. So I also add a Warrior 1 in there. There's so many different variations of these Sun Series. But Sun Series A and Sun Series B, You can call them sun series, you can call them sun salutations. The Sanskrit term is Surya Namaskar. So Surya Namaskar A, Surya Namaskar B. The most important thing with those is to connect your breath to your movement, cultivating that mind-body awareness, that brain-body awareness. Hi, Surgasuna, how are you? What are the health benefits of practicing yoga, Vinyasa yoga? So there's so many different health benefits. So the breath work that we do activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and repair mode. So it lowers your stress hormones, lowers your cortisol. The breathing practices alone have so many benefits. Regulating your nervous system, resetting your nervous system, recharging your nervous system. We're releasing stress, we're releasing endorphins, we're actually boosting the immune system, and we're building strength, flexibility, and working on mindfulness and cultivating the brain-body connection, the mind-body connection, which helps us feel present and centered and focused so we can function our best in life. I could go on and on about the health benefits of yoga, but there's so many. Thank you so much, John. How are you, Surgasuna? Mopar, I think you said you had a question. I'm scrolling back up. I believe you said you had a question. What was it? Oh, I have a question. Is there a move on yoga that would make knee muscles stronger? Yeah, there's a lot you can do for weak knees. So chair pose is one thing that we always do, which can help with making the knees stronger. Just make sure when you do chair pose, the knees are over the ankles. So you never want your knees to go in front of your ankles. You want your knees and your ankles to be in one line for safety. And that goes the same thing for everything we do in yoga. Knees and ankles in one line. So whether you're in a runner's lunge, whether you're in a warrior 1, a warrior 2, whether you're in a crescent lunge, the knee stays in line with the ankle. All of those poses can help build strength in the knees. There's also, we've done this before, but bridge pose is another one. Bridge pose is good for strengthening the knees. If you take a block in between the knees and you squeeze the block with the knees and you're just lifting and lowering the hips, that's good for building knee strength. The gently lunging forward and shifting back like this is good for building knee strength. The knees are very delicate though. So whenever we're doing hip stretches, it's important to keep your feet flexed. So keeping the feet flexed helps you from tweaking the knees. So that can help you prevent you from tweaking the knees. There's other things you can do too, but I could teach hours about things you can do for your knees. But a good thing to start is just those basic poses. The warrior poses, warrior 1, warrior 2, crescent lunge, and just play with bending and straightening the knee. Once the knees are really healthy and strong, there's ways to take the practice up notches, but because the knees are such a sensitive joint, I never teach through Twitch too much of things like this, but doing things like this, where you're using your knees to lift up and lower down, things like this can help, but it can also put stress on the knees. You have to put a little stress on your muscles in order for them to grow, right? Because all you're doing is you're tearing down the muscle. Whenever we're like lifting weights or doing lunges or squats, we're tearing down the muscle. And what helps your muscles repair is the rest and recovery phase. So with knees, you want to be careful with your knees. You never want to push too hard with the knees. And then the recovery is the most important thing. So if you have any weird knee issues or anything like that, taking glucosamine chondroitin or collagen can be really helpful. Glucosamine chondroitin can help lubricate the knees, as well as boswellia, Bosweilla, helps for joint repair. But getting enough sleep at night and eating healthy food is what's going to help your muscles recover after you tear them down when you're working out. Does that make sense? Yeah, absolutely. I was getting ready to go to the gym, but I'll stick around for a few more minutes. Okay. So if you're having inner knee pain, I would recommend not doing a bunch of squats, not doing a bunch of lunges, you can do the warrior poses, but make them just holding the warrior poses and taking deep breaths. You don't need to do like pulses. So whenever we're in like a lunge, so if you're having knee pain, holding warrior one like this without bending and straightening is good. If you're doing a lot of bending and straightening and putting pressure, that can aggravate your pain. Or even holding a crescent lunge is fine. But keeping the knee directly over the ankle instead of doing dynamic pulses like this. So maybe just hold warrior one for deep breaths, then hold warrior two, right? Or even a runner's lunge, just holding the pose without lunging forward and shifting back. Because the lunging forward and shifting back is going to put more pressure on the knees. And if you're already having knee pain, that might be too much stress on the knees. Does that make sense? You can do bridge pose too. That's fine. You don't have to lift and lower the hips. You can just hold bridge pose and breathe. Aw, John, you gifted Surgasuna a sub. That's so nice of you. All right, every time I get a sub, I do a little happy dance. Woohoo! Yay! Thank you, John. That's so nice of you. So one other thing you can do for your knees, if you're having pain at all, you can take a block like this. Now, just gently squeezing the block. You don't have to squeeze the block super intensely. And then just lifting the hips and holding them there. And you don't have to do pulses. So pulsing up and down will create a little more stress on the knees. We're just kind of holding the hips up, taking deep, slow breaths. Is something you can do. Also, like gently massaging the knees with your hands can help with circulation and blood flow. Just gently massaging the knees. And also just eating healthy. Your body will self-heal if you eat healthy. And taking those supplements like glucosamine chondroitin or boswellia or collagen too can be helpful. Oh, hi Kimmy Chi-Chi, you're back. So I don't know if you were here the whole time, but I was saying, my friends used to call me Kimmy. My family used to call me Kimmy growing up. It's a good name. Aw, Thank you so much for buying Surgasuna the sub. It's so nice of you, John. Anytime someone subscribes, I do a happy dance. Or anytime someone donates bits, I do a happy dance. That's why I was dancing and spinning around. Aw, he gifted you a sub too? I didn't see that. I must have missed that. All right, so we have to do one more happy dance. Feel free to dance with me. Whee! Yay! Thank you, John. Hope you guys enjoy the subscriptions. Anytime I get bits or donations, I always do the happy dance. Blushing much. I also just shared my donation link, so another way to support my channel. If you find value and you want to support my work, you can click on that link. It's just yogaflowwithkim.online/donate. And any amount is helpful, even if it's just $1. I appreciate anything that you can afford within your means to support my work, so I can afford to keep coming on here instead of scheduling other work. So, how long have you been streaming for? So I've been streaming, I don't know, it's been several months. I don't know. That's a good question. I think it's been since February, maybe. I think maybe since February. I can't remember exactly. But not too terribly long. I've been teaching yoga. I'm a 200-hour certified yoga instructor. I'm a nutrition specialist and a Tai Chi instructor, a meditation guide. So I'm also a health coach. So I work one-on-one with people who want just an accountability buddy, someone to hold them accountable for healthy eating habits. And so I help guide people to healthier lifestyles. And then I started twitching just to connect with people all over the world. I already teach a lot of classes in Atlanta and do a lot of workshops and one-on-one health coaching here in Atlanta. But I started twitching to connect with people all over the world. So oh, I did raid you before. Thank you, John. Yeah, I think I must have rated you before, if John recommended it. So you do streams too? That makes sense. Yes. And that's my goal here, is just to grow a strong community of supportive people who support each other in healthy life, healthy living. I haven't had any time to do garden work. I've been so busy. I got hired for this dance company to learn these specific dances. And I've been working on choreography to learn these dances for a performance. I've had auditions, and then I've been teaching a ton of classes, so I haven't had any time to do gardening. But I hope I will soon. I really hope I can soon. Yeah, so Kimmy, every Tuesday and Thursday, I come on here 12 to 1 p.m. Atlanta, Georgia time, and I'll offer a free full hour Vinyasa yoga practice. I always accept donations. I'm always happy to receive donations, but I try not to pressure anyone if money's tight, you know. Um, every Tuesday and Thursday, 12 to 1 p.m., I offer dynamic Vinyasa yoga, followed by just chatting, where I can offer any additional guidance and support and answer questions. And then, as a certified nutrition specialist and health coach, I'm always happy to offer any guidance in eating healthier and different anything related to health. I'm also an actor, so sometimes we talk about other artistic endeavors, but thank you for asking, Mopar. I hope to start working on the garden again soon. I just haven't had any time. I have set aside time to do gardening, and then every time I set aside time to do it, one of my clients calls me and needs something, or I get an audition. Something that keeps interfering every time I try to set aside time for gardening. Yeah, so Nightbot just shared my Yoga Flow with Kim online website. So that's where you can find more information about my health coaching and the services I provide. You don't know much about yoga? So Kimmy, what do you do when you're streaming? Do you teach, do you do fitness and health too, Kimmy? Bonsai, ikebana, gardening are some of my nature skills. That's so cool, John. So I wanted to share with you guys these words that I learned recently. So speaking of nature, um, I learned these like beautiful words that aren't English. So it was really inspiring. So now that we're talking about nature, I just want to share these words. So do you guys know this Swedish word? It's called gota. And what that means is to wake before dawn, to go outside and listen to the first birds sing. So there's actually a word in Swedish that means to wake before dawn, to go outside and listen to the first birds sing. There's no word for that in English. But in Swedish it's called gokota. Gokota. I'm probably mispronouncing it. But I thought that was really cool. Here's another Japanese word where there's no word for it in English. Komorbi. Komorebi. It's Japanese. And what that means is the scattered light that filters when the sun shines through the trees. Isn't that so cool? Like there's no word for that in English. The scattered light that filters when the sun shines through the trees. Another Japanese word, kachu fugetsu. And that literally translated means flower, bird, wind, moon, or the beauties of nature. But the deeper concept is of self-discovery when experiencing nature. Self-discovery when experiencing nature. I thought that was so interesting because there's no word for that in English, but there's words for it in all these other places. So this is a German word, Waldeinsamkeit, and that means the feeling of sublime or spiritual solitude, being alone in the woods. This one is Bangwelu, which means where the water meets the sky. It's just so interesting because non-Western languages are rich with words related to our oneness with nature. All these non-Western languages. And there aren't that many words like that in Western society that relates to our oneness with nature. because we're so split from the natural world. Oh, so you're familiar with komorebi, which I'm probably mispronouncing. Oh, you're a nutritionist, Kimmy? That's great. Oh, and you personally train people. Oh, that's awesome, Kimmy. Yay. So we probably speak the same language about nutrition and wellness. So that's probably why John had me raid you before. Maybe you decide in the future to stream after teacher the skills we learned that day or something like that. The Kimmies unite. The Kims unite. Put the cookie down now. I don't know any specific words for that. But I just thought I learned all these words and it was just so inspiring because we don't have words for these things for our connection to nature in the West. Just so you guys know, I'm going to release a guided meditation on my YouTube channel today. I'm sending the link now. It's Yoga Flow with Kim on YouTube. I'm going to release a guided meditation called Your Body as a Healing Garden. And Mopar, you were asking me about gardening, so it made me think of that. So if you click on that link, subscribe to my channel, you'll be able to check out that meditation. It's great to listen to before bedtime if you're trying to relax and go to sleep. It's also good to listen to in the morning to set a peaceful tone for your day. So speaking about our connection with nature, you might want to check it out. I should be releasing it this afternoon. How did you know I was eating a cookie? Were you really eating a cookie? Mopar is like psychic. Mopar knew you were eating a cookie. Subway cookie? Oh gosh. You know, there are healthier versions of cookies out there. On my YouTube channel, actually, I share a cookie recipe. It's an oatmeal cookie that's gluten-free and low sugar. There's only natural sugar, so it's healthier than a lot of the other cookies out there. You can make versions of cookies that are a little healthier. This is oatmeal. It's an oatmeal cookie with raisins and almond butter. And then I talk about the benefits on my YouTube channel about the health benefits of oatmeal. Oatmeal is really good for the heart. And I'm sure Kimmy knows all about the health benefits of oatmeal. Most of my recipes are gluten-free. A lot of them are vegan or pescatarian. Ask Jared, the subway mascot, good old Jared. Kim, have you gone to see that movie called Nope? I haven't seen it, but it looks interesting. No, I have not seen that movie. The movie I saw recently was the new Elvis movie. And I wasn't a huge fan just because I felt like I was hoping they would explore more of like the darker aspects of who he really was. instead of painting him to be less of a corrupt person, less of a damaged person than he really was, according to all this other accounts and people and testimonies. And I mean, who knows who the real Elvis was unless you knew him, right? But I wasn't a big fan of the new Elvis movie myself. That was the last movie I saw. I wouldn't recommend it, no. You know, there's a lot of people that say Elvis was kind of a pedophile because he toured with a bunch of like underage girls that were like 13 and 14 to do weird things with them. And then he met his wife when she was only 14 and started their relationship. So by today's standards, he would be considered a predator, a pedophile. But they don't go into that in the movie at all. They also don't go into like how he wasn't really a nice person, how he was really egotistical and self-absorbed, and he had temper tantrums all the time. And you know, there's an account like his wife said that he raped her. Anyway, it just doesn't go into any of those facts that everybody knows about Elvis. It also doesn't talk about how Elvis stole. Instead of making it seem like Elvis stole from black music or copied black music, it makes it seem like he just worshiped black music and he loved black culture, which I just don't know if that's true. And the way the movie's shot, the whole thing looks like a music video. There's not very much. I thought it would be more of like an origin story of how Elvis became Elvis, but it wasn't that at all. It was just like, I feel like the writer, director, producers were like, everyone's just going to care because it's Elvis. But looking at the movie objectively, without knowing who Elvis is, I would not be interested or care about that character. In order to care about the character, you know, you have to like be on their side. But they didn't spend any time like with character development. It was just they showed one clip of him like dancing around at like a church and having this experience that would never realistically happen. Then they cut to him and he's like grown up and he's Elvis and he's singing and shaking his hips and like, so there wasn't very much character development. I didn't really like Tom Hanks's performance. I think Austin Butler's performance was okay. Like, I think he imitated Elvis okay. But I just don't believe that's who Elvis really was. I think that was just like what Hollywood, it's a glorified version of what Hollywood, is an easier pill to swallow to think of Elvis as like a victim of circumstance, someone who was manipulated by his manager, instead of just kind of like an egotistical brat who doesn't take self-responsibility. I mean, people should know like barbiturates are unhealthy and drugs are unhealthy, but he claimed like, well, his doctor was prescribing them, so I don't know. It's just I just didn't. I had a lot of issues with it. But, you know, that's just me. I'm sure some people will love it. So the king has left the building. No accountability, huh? Hi, Sushi Fox. Yeah, I mean, the way that Elvis is portrayed in the movie made it seem like he doesn't really have it. It's just like you can Google the real Elvis and you can see clips of him. He wasn't interested in politics. He wasn't interested in talking about politics. He didn't care to share those opinions. But in the movie, it makes it seem like, no, he was really affected when Martin Luther King died. That it really affected Elvis. They made it seem like in the movie he was deeply affected by that. But then in interviews you see of him, he always says things like, well, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm just an entertainer, honey. Um, but, I mean, he basically, like, stole or copied from black music. He imitated what black musicians were doing, got a lot of attention, and, you know, they just made him out to be, like, a better person than he probably really was. And so I think it might have been a more interesting movie to dissect, like, the dark, damaged aspects of who the person really was, why he was so attracted to virgins and 14-year-old girls. What does that say about him psychologically speaking? You know, examine, like, you know, they pretended in his movie that his wife was, like, in her 20s or whatever, and, like, but he was kind of creepy. The real Elvis was kind of creepy, pretty much a pedophile and a rapist and an abusive, toxic person all around. He was toxic. So they didn't really show much of that at all. But again, you know, I didn't know the real Elvis. I'm sure, like every human being, there were good sides to him too, right? No one's ever 100% bad or 100% good. Everyone has flaws. But I just think it's more interesting to examine the real flaws he had instead of glossing over them as if they were like nothing, you know. And then they also made it seem like he deeply loved his wife and he will always love his wife. When really, I mean, he probably treated her as if she was just an object for him to control. Like you can see interviews of Priscilla talking about how he micromanaged everything, controlled every aspect of her life. She had no identity outside of him. He molded her and manipulated her because she was so young. But in the movie, it makes it seem like, oh, no, he loved her and he always will. And it doesn't talk about all the affairs he had, all the womanizing he did. Like, it doesn't talk about any of that in the movie. So I'm just like, why make that movie? Like, I don't know. Yeah, he's definitely grooming. I was legit reading about famous people the other day who are glorified in history but were either creepy or downright horrible people. Yeah, it's so true. Musicians, entertainers that are popular, you know, for instance, Jim Carrey. I used to love his work as a comedian, as an actor, and I loved a lot of his like spiritual thoughts and his philosophies about spirituality. And then, you know, things get leaked, like text message conversations he had to his wife, basically being kind of toxic and abusive. And there's so many people in Hollywood that are messed up and not good people. Hollywood can corrupt you. But again, should you blame Hollywood or should you take self-responsibility and blame yourself? You still have control over your choices. So for that movie, that Elvis movie made it seem like Elvis was a victim and Elvis couldn't help what happened to him. Instead of saying no, he just didn't take self-responsibility. He wasn't smart enough to think for himself. So he was easily manipulated by his manager. Like, should I feel sorry for Elvis? I don't know. It's like, no kidding, drugs are bad. Like, everyone should know drugs are bad. Like, everyone should know taking as many barbiturates as he was taking is not healthy. You should know that. If you don't know that, that's not anyone else's fault. Like, you don't know what you're doing is unhealthy. Like, you need to educate yourself. You need to take self-responsibility and have self-respect. But aw, thank you for the bits, John. I think that people let the power go to their head and then make really poor, messed up decisions. Yeah, I agree with you, Sushi Fox. I agree with you, Sushi Fox. But again, it's their responsibility to not let all the power get to their head, right? If they start thinking that this power they have makes them larger than life, makes them invincible, makes them somehow have delusions of grandeur, does that make them a victim? No. Just because you become an actor or an entertainer who becomes famous, it's your responsibility to not let that make you crazy. It's your responsibility to not let that turn you into a creep, into a womanizer, into a pedophile, into a jerk. It's your responsibility to not let that environment turn you into a bad person. And I'm sure there's a lot of people, in Hollywood and in the entertainment industry and who are famous. I'm sure there's tons of people that still are good people and still are humanitarians, still donate a lot to charities, still do good things. I'm sure there's both extremes. I know some people, who are in the entertainment industry, myself, that are really, really good people. And they've had fame, and it never got to their head because they're nice, smart, grounded, and healthy people. So I think if you're mentally healthy and you take care of yourself, you take care of your mental health, you're not going to let those environments change you into a bad person. So all the people I associate with that are in the entertainment industry or associated with any of that, they're really, really good people. They're really talented artists, and they care about making movies that affect lives in a positive way. And they care about creating music that affects people in a positive way. Most of Elvis's songs he didn't even write. He just performed them. So, how many of his songs are actually going to affect you in a positive way? I mean, all he did was Hound Dog. How is that a good song? First of all, he probably stole it from a black musician, but it ain't nothing but a hound dog. How is that gonna have any positive effect on anyone? The musicians I respect the most are the ones who write their own music, who write their own songs, and who write music that speaks to people and touches someone's heart, touches someone's mind in a positive and meaningful way. Just like my favorite filmmakers are the same way. They want to create art that is powerful and meaningful and has a positive impact. So those are the artists I like to surround myself with. If I knew Elvis back in the day, I probably wouldn't want to be around him. I'm just guessing, though. Again, this is all speculation, because I never met Elvis. I hate it when people don't write their own songs, but then again, people don't know that certain artists don't write their own music. Yeah, I think people assume they do because they don't know. Yeah, I agree. It's very true. I've heard that Shawn Mendes is really nice too. Yeah, I've heard Shawn Mendes is really nice. I've heard a lot of celebrities are really nice and do good things. It's just, unfortunately, there's a lot that aren't as well. Yes, Eminem writes his own music. I used to like some of Eminem's stuff back in the day. I don't mind him. I don't know much about him personally either. That's another thing. It's sometimes I try to separate the artist from the person. I can still enjoy Jim Carrey's talent and ignore whether or not he's a good person or not in real life, right? I can separate the two, but once I found out about Kevin Spacey, like, being a creep, I couldn't help but change how I felt about him as an artist. That's just an example. Like, it's hard for me to separate the two. Like, once I know stuff about them personally, I don't respect them as much as an artist. Unless I know that they're doing, if I find out they're doing shady stuff in their personal life, if they treat women badly, or they do shady things, then I start to not want to listen to their music as much, or not want to watch their movies as much. So I think that's why, the industry tries to cover up all the bad, crazy stuff that goes on. But again, there's a lot of good, beautiful things that go on in the entertainment industry. And so I want to be a part of that crowd. I want to meet those people that want to do good work and hopefully make movies that are so inspiring and touching that people are talking about them for a long time. That makes me think of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. It kind of brought up stuff for both of them, yeah. And I've always really enjoyed Johnny Depp as an actor. I still enjoy Johnny Depp as an actor. Yeah, sounds like they were both abusive in some way, shape, or form. Sounds like Amber Heard was probably a little more abusive than Johnny Depp, though. But but again, like, their personal lives, it's, once it gets out and people are aware of what goes on in people's personal lives, it affects their career, it affects their art. But I'm still a Johnny Depp fan. Even though he probably is just a bad person to be in a relationship with, he's still a good actor, and he's still, I don't think he's as corrupt of a person as, like, Elvis was, or like I think there's probably more heart to Johnny Depp than some of the other crazy actors out there. I think Johnny Depp is probably the lesser of the evils out there. But that's just, speculation again. I still like him a lot as an actor. And Amber Heard, I think she's just got a personality disorder. She probably needs therapy. Everybody could use some therapy. But I try not to, I try not to worry too much about what's going on in the lives of celebrities, because what good does that do? I try to focus mostly on what's going on in my life and the people I care about, and my passions, my goals as a health coach, as a performing artist. That's what I try to focus on. And not worry about what's going on in the lives of celebrities, because what good does that do? Amber Turd. There are just things you can unsee. You can't unsee. No, that's true. Yep, everyone needs therapy. Even therapists. That's very true. Even therapists need therapy. I think they're making another Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Well, good for Johnny Depp. They're going to keep making money off those movies. Therapist has mandatory therapists because it's mentally so rough. Yeah, absolutely. My dad is a psychotherapist. I was a psychology minor. I almost became one. My sister's also a licensed counselor. I minored in psychology, so I'm very much interested in psychology and helping people. But practicing yoga is good for the mind. It is therapeutic in many ways, and meditation is therapeutic in many ways. But it's not the same thing as talking to a licensed professional therapist. sometimes we can be our own therapists, right? We can journal. The more self-aware we are, the more we can learn how to regulate our emotions and allow ourselves to process human emotion. So one of the beauties of yoga and meditation, it helps us process our emotions. It helps us become more aware of our emotions and regulate our nervous system so we can act and react mindfully when we're emotionally triggered. So that's one of the really health benefits of yoga. Tell me about your father. So I only have a few minutes left. Great conversation today. Any final questions about the yoga sequence I shared? Any final questions, comments about anything we've been chatting about? Now's the time to let me know. I have to take off. I have to go teach a class. And then I have to work on an audition and learn a dance for this dance performance. Lots of stuff I have to do. You're funny, Mopar. I'll be back Thursday. No, this is not a green screen. This is a real window behind me. I'll be back Thursday at the same time. So come back. I'd love to see you again. Oh, John, you cheered me some bits? Oh, I gotta do a happy dance. I just noticed John cheered some bits. Woohoo! Yay! Thank you, John. Thanks for the bits. Thank you for anybody who donated bits today. And thank you, John, for buying the subscription. Thank you, everyone, for chatting. And I hope to see you again Thursday, same time, for more yoga and chatting. Any final questions, comments, or concerns? Let me know. You're welcome, Mopar. Show me that roll again. Wait, what roll do you mean? I don't know what you mean by roll. I don't think we did any rolling. What roll are you referring to? It was a squat roll? Oh, so sometimes if you're rounding your spine a lot like this, and you're rolling forward and back, what this does is just kind of massage your spine. But it's important to have a healthy spine to do these things. So you can like wrap your arms around your shins, rock forward and back, really rounding the spine a lot. And you're just rocking back to the base of the shoulder blades. So you never want to rock back on your neck. You're just rocking back to the bottom of the shoulder blades and then back up. And you can plant your feet and stand up and then sink back. I think this is what I did before. That's really good for your core strength, your leg strength, and also releasing tension in the back. It can put pressure on the knees though. So if you're having any knee pain, I wouldn't recommend that one. I would just call that, you're just rolling back and standing up. So you can call it whatever you want. There's no like special yoga name for that one. You're just rolling back. And you can think of coming to a chair pose. Again, when you never want your knees to go over your ankles. So basically you can sink to a chair pose and then roll back, plant the feet, and then stand up to mountain pose. So you could call it transitioning between mountain and chair to a roll back and then standing up. But again, if you're having any knee pain, I would not recommend that. Human rocking chair, yeah. You could call it human rocking chair. You're welcome. Any more questions before I take off? I'm going to raid somebody, so stay on for the raid. We'll raid Aerofit today. My goal now is to begin. Thank you, Sushi Fox. Thank you, Kimmy. And thank you, Petey. Thanks for following me, Viking Massage Therapy. Squats and deadlifts. Yeah, just be careful because the burpees can be taxing on your joints. So you want to land softly. So burpees are sort of like what we do in a vinyasa sequence, right? So a burpee is just this, right? So we do that in yoga. We fold, then we can jump back to a plank, but instead of jumping all the way back again, we do a whole vinyasa, and then we jump back. So we do burpee-like movements a lot in vinyasa yoga. You hate burpees just like you hate foam rollers. Foam rollers can be really helpful, though, for releasing stress. Burpees are good for you. They can be tough, though. Yeah, when people ask me about burpees, I'm like, I do something very similar to burpees every day when I'm doing Vinyasa yoga. Yeah, burpees are a full body engagement, just like a Vinyasa practice. It's full body engagement. All right, guys, so I'm going to raid Aerofit. I almost forgot how to do a raid. Aerofit. Did I do that right? There we go. I'll be back Thursday. I hope to see you guys Thursday at the same time for more Vinyasa yoga and chatting. Take care, everyone. Feel free to join the Discord and chat with me anytime before then. Namaste. See you Thursday.